Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional land this video is being made, and a huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. And thank you for joining me on this journey. To all my new subscribers. Love my people who've been here from the start, who've joined along the journey, and my new subscribers. So we're actually only 15 off my next goal of 600. And when we reach the 600, we'll do a little competition for a free reading. So we'll get the 600 first, and then we'll move into the details. Absolutely fabulous to have you along. Okay, as I thought yesterday when I was cranking out all those videos, that there's going to be more stuff tomorrow, and yes, there was more stuff tomorrow. So what came out yesterday, and I did contemplate coming back on, I thought, oh no, do it today. Santos's aide, I didn't write his name down, but you can Google if you want. Santos's aide, it has come out in the media that he was paid $100,000 to pose as Kevin McCarthy's chief of staff in phone calls and sending fake emails to from a fake email address, seeking donations from wealthy donors, or seeking bribes. You know how what I think about it. Seeking bribes from wealthy donors. Now, what happened? I believe he got caught out because one of the donors went, "Hang on, this is not the usual email address," or something like that. It just seems suspicious to one of the donors, so he bought it up. And man, is there anything this dude won't lie about? He'd sell his grandmother. If he had a choice, he'd lie about his grandmother and then sell her. So I just really, okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look to see how this is going to play out for Santos. Is his name even George Santos? Because there's even information coming out now that when his name was called to vote in the ballots, his name was called 4 times before somebody gave him the elbow and said, "That's you." So, I mean, we brought up from toddlerhood to be able to respond to our name immediately. So is his name even George Santos? Who knows? Okay, let's have a look at Santos. I'll just do his energies. I'll do a spiritual growth spread, and then I'll do a full Celtic and just see what the story tells us. George Santos. About the $100,000. I mean, you can't blame the staff member for taking it. That's probably more than a year's income. Okay, for that particular person. Okay, George Santos regarding his aide posing as McCarthy's chief of staff. Okay, what have we got here that fell out? Lots of wands for him again. I did a reading on him the other day, I believe. Oh no, it was on tape, but yeah, same sort of energy. This is the signifier that fell out first. He's really going to have to defend himself in response to a lot of messaging that's coming forward using my Golden Universal Tarot. A lot of information that's going to come forward very rapidly about in regards to him. He's going to find himself quite pummeled by it. So he's going to have to defend himself. Okay, he thinks he has strength. He's standing firm. His plan is to stand in strength. Sorry about the glare on these particular cards. One day I'll have my own office. He's standing firm on the strength of the voter. However, if we want to read these a different way, it is an awakening. So what the strength card can mean is inner strength, compassionate strength, but another meaning for it that I do really like is it's an inner consciousness coming to the surface. So the voters, very possibly, He thinks he's hunky-dory because he was voted in. But the voters are going, hang on, this is not the dude we voted for. There's a few that don't care because he's a Republican, but there's quite a number that are going, hang on, what is really true? What is going to happen? So here he is bringing his coin along, but it is about following the money trail. The message of bringing the message of coin is going to very possibly end him in jail. Ooh, I don't know if the law in the US, now we're talking about New York State Department as well, so we know what she's like, New York, Letitia James. Is this going to end up putting him in jail? At the very least, he's going to find himself restricted in regards to that. My gut's telling me that he's not going to be in the House for very long, but we'll see where that leads. I'll have to keep my biases at the door, make sure I do that. Okay, here's the karma hanging over him, the infighting in the Republican Party, and the harsh truth coming forward. So this is the karma hanging over him, the infighting and the harsh truth coming forward. I'm going to read a bit more on something to do with the Republican Party in a minute. But this in-bickering of theirs is just, childish. Okay, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, obstacles, challenges, argy-bargy, everyone out for themselves, but the harsh truth very quickly coming forward. Okay, I wonder if there's work going on behind the scenes already. This is the outcome. Working hard behind the scenes, juggling the money in regards to, and it's about unequal contracts, partnerships, etc. being exposed, and insecurity. Playing his cards close to his chest, but really insecurity about money. I think I've said it before, I don't think he thought he was going to win. There's no complete downfall cards here, which I'm disappointed in. We do have that he's going to find himself battered because of the lies. He's going to reap what he has sown, as it's going to be fully illuminated. We then have loss and disappointment, but I'm not getting the Ten of Swords, I'm not getting the Five of Pentacles, the out in the cold. If I do the base, here we have might be where it is, the Biden administration. Now this is not necessarily Joe Biden, but this is the Biden administration, those that come under it, those that are on the Democrat side, whistleblower coming forward. I'm wondering if this is the aide, and then finding himself out in the cold due to moral corruption and the seedy underbelly being exposed. Just going to ask Pendulum a couple of questions. Morning, guys. Settle down. Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question? Is this Page of Swords the aide? And that's a yes. The aide's going to come forward. Is Santos going to be expelled from the House, the Congress House? No. Is Santos going to have charges brought against him in regards to this fraud? And that's a sort of. That's a very strong sort of. Okay, can I ask a next question? Is the aide going to have to take the fall for this, because they were the ones that posed as the fake Chief of Staff, and that's a yes. Oh, that really... that really rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. Just... you get my drift. I'll throw a very quick... I'll do a different deck. I'll use my Trip and Wait, because Golden Universal I use for when I'm doing finance readings. My Trip and Wait is for literally the gooses of the... he's anxious about the truth coming forward as I split the deck. Anxiety. He might be all smiles and grins, but behind the scenes he's really worried about these truths that are coming out. Good. Sorry, bias at the door. Leave it behind. Let's have a look. Santos. I just want to do a full Celtic. I feel sick to my guts that there is no way of getting him out. No easy way of getting him out. I know in Australia, if one of our politicians did that, they would be clean out your desk this afternoon, under the watchful eye of a security guard to make sure they took nothing. So, okay. Just a full Celtic on Santos, current, past, going into the future. Full Celtic on Santos, thank you. Full Celtic on Santos. Right. Got to listen. If you're learning tarot, got to listen to how your guides are telling you to shuffle and when to stop. Okay. Reaping what he sows. It's disappointment in the harvest, but to me this is always about what you sowed, how you nurtured, what you did is coming back to bite you. Pentacles financially. I think he's lost every single donor that has donated. Well, maybe not, but you get what I mean. Yeah. Be nice if it was more calmer than that, but that's the current energies that he's sitting in. That's the current energies that he is sitting in because of his abuse of power. Because of his abuse of power, because of his betrayal, his thievery. Okay. But this is the current energies in this section. The foundation that this, I think, as Danny Shea puts it, this is what they're stewing in at the moment. Yeah, he was sucked in by the money. He followed the money. It was all about money to him. And I've said it before because I got this so strongly on a previous reading. He didn't think he was going to win. He just saw it as a way to make easy money. Lie to make easy money. Okay, but it is a naivety. I don't think he's realised what he's obligated himself to do in exchange for this money. Okay, in the past. Well, he's been found out. This is the end, but it is in the past. The falling of the crown. Ah, yes. The falling of the crown off his head. This is the exposure. But and in the past. Okay. Crowning this reading, which is the energies all over this reading, is the donations made by the wealthy oligarchs. They're not a very forgiving bunch. They didn't get to that position by going, oh, whatever. Yeah, this again, it was all about the money, it was all about the donations, but this is going to be the energy that pushes down on this entire reading, is the oligarchs. They're wanting their money back. Wanting their money back. Okay, see where it goes. He hasn't got it. Okay, here we've got the Republican Party. I'm going to call this my Republican Party card. This is my Republican Party in the House. And I'll do a reading in a minute. But this is the Republican Party in the House, and it is just going to be a shite show. Basically. I am going to read on Hunter Biden because what's happened is the far extreme right have pulled the trigger on McCarthy and have forced a investigation to be opened on somebody who has never held public office, was never working for anybody that held public office, and seriously, if there was something to investigate, Bill Barr would have found it out years and years and years earlier when Bill Barr was looking into it. Instead of working on what's best for the US and inflation and the economy, etc., this is what we're ending up with instead. Okay, externally, burden. Yes, because of what Santos has done, the position he has put himself in, he's going to find it really burdensome. It's not going to be all hunky-dory, packet of crisps in the back seat type thing. And internally, the seedy belly, the seedy swamp the seedy underbelly being brought to the surface and exposed. And is there more to him? I'm being told that there is even more to come out, and he's fearful of it coming out. Oh, could there be? Is there anything left? Okay, sorry, bias at the door. But yeah, seedy belly, brought to the surface and exposed. And hopes and fears, he's going to find him. So this is his fear. It's also a hope for some of us. But this is his fear that he's going to be out in the cold, thrust out, financially ruined. And he's put himself in a position where he is unemployable going into the future, destitute due to his moral corruption. Okay, outcome. Dark money being exposed, money laundering, dark money being exposed amongst his circle of support friends, full illumination of the dark money in his circle. The giving and receiving of dubious debts and loans, donations made with promises bought, but this is also, so this is my dark money, this is my money laundering card, but it's, he's, okay, thank you. Oh, I love it when they clip me up the side of the head. This is him having sold his soul for the sake of money, and the debt is coming due. Then we have the judgment card. Literally judgment. Judgment on his foolishness, on his lies, on his delusion, that will bring in his contacts. A lot of information coming forward very quickly, and karma coming and biting him on the backside. He was lured by the fool's gold that is now literally melting in his hands, and loss and disappointment. Still not getting, this is his hopes and fears, but I'm still not getting, Ten of Swords would have been nice in the future. Got the death card in the past, but not in the future. Okay, thanks guys. As long as the Republicans hold the House, he's going to be protected. But I shall read on the House in a minute. So thank you for joining me. This one was a little bit longer. I did want to do a slightly deeper dive. Disappointed at what the cards told me, but I am the messenger. I'm not there to make it up. All I'm doing is passing it on. And the boys do let me know when I get it wrong. As I said, it's like a mental swipe up the back of the head. Thank you guys. So see how it plays. Okay, any questions, pop them below. If you can't put them publicly, email me at mastertarot@gmail.com, and let's have a look at the next question. Thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Bye bye.